I stood there nervously waiting for the school bus, my fingers gripping tightly onto my mom's dress. It was our very first camping trip. Hey, I'm not running away or anything. Suddenly, her phone shrieked, cutting right through our moment. I knew that sound. It always came out of nowhere. And then Mom would be gone for days, sometimes even a whole week. But you pinky promised! How about Disneyland next week? I promise. Now go have fun, be good, and listen to your teacher, all right? So you really thought that poor little Edna would get some magical forget-the-world Disneyland trip? Then let me, Edna, 18 years old, tell you about my mom's legendary history of broken promises. She's Laura, single mom, professional at saying next time over the past 10 years. Disneyland was just the starter. After that, she canceled Christmas dinner because of an urgent call, snuck out on New Year's Eve, and missed most of my parent-teacher meetings. I learned to take care of myself early, cooking, cleaning, managing the house just fine, solving complicated math problems on my own, and walking up to receive academic awards without anyone sitting in the audience for me. Nothing could surprise me anymore. But when a dark figure suddenly dropped right in front of me, I still froze, like completely stunned. She was dressed in black, straight-up secret agent vibes. Her eyes, sharp and fearless above the mask, flicked toward the people chasing behind, then locked onto me. Those eyes. I'd imagined them 100 times before. Mom!
Grab them!
Mom snapped back into focus instantly. The next second, she grabbed my arm and pulled me into a sprint. That's when I realized she was dragging another girl with us. Even protecting two people, she never slowed down. She leapt forward like a butterfly taking flight, throwing darts with deadly precision. Smoke burst everywhere.
Don't let me catch you. I'll make you pay for this.
But he couldn't do anything. Our trail vanished into the fog. What the hell is going on here? Calm down, honey. This is kind of hard to explain. So get to the point. You disappear for a month, suddenly come back pulling 007 moves, getting chased by Godfather-level mafia, and you bring home a stranger? Actually, it's Jess. Whatever. Your turn. Well, as you can see, I'm an undercover agent from Interpol. I didn't laugh, not even a little. So that was the reason behind every broken promise, every disappearance. Mom was out there saving the world, while my little parties and award ceremonies apparently didn't matter at all. Go deal with your big missions. Take the girl you spent a whole month saving. Just leave me alone. Actually, she's going to stay with us. Jess was a key witness in an international crime ring. She'd been hunted nonstop and almost got killed if my mom hadn't saved her in time. To protect her, Interpol gave Jess a fake identity. She'd pretend to be a distant relative and live with us for the next few months. So that means you'll actually be home these next few months? Yeah, full time. We'll celebrate Halloween and Christmas together. I'll be going to school with you too. I turned around and went straight to my room. Honestly, I couldn't get used to having so many people around. I'd lived alone for so long. Mom was just turning my life upside down. Stuff like, Edna, dinner's ready. Hurry up or you'll have to walk to school yourself. Blah, blah, blah. I sulked in the car while Mom and Jess tried way too hard to sound cheerful. My face stayed locked in a full-on frown. Stay alert. Watch your surroundings. If anything happens, call me immediately. Edna will help protect you too, right? Don't drag me into your mess. I knew that talking with my mom, getting driven to school, coming home to smell of her cooking, that had always been my childhood dream. But I couldn't shake the thought that she was only doing all of this because of Jess. Just look at her. Mom stayed home for Jess, cooked for Jess, drove us to school for Jess. I was just a side task. Small, unimportant, barely worth a checkbox on Mom's world-saving to-do list. So I ignored Jess every time she tried to talk. Mom looked helpless, then slowly stopped paying attention to me. I'd always been strong in school science competitions, but this time, my focus was off. I kept zoning out, making stupid mistakes. Come on, Edna! My daughter is the best! Ouch! Mom went completely overboard. She shouted from the stands, waved pom-poms, and when security told her to stop all that noise, she literally sprang up like a cat, vaulted past the guards, and kept going like nothing could stop her. If Interpol ever found out she was using elite spy skills for this, they'd probably lose their minds. That's my daughter! In just a few years, she's already become this amazing! I pushed myself to the absolute limit to finish the exam. Thank goodness it was finally over. For the first time in my life, I knew what it felt like to have my mom cheering for me during a competition. And wow, it was painfully embarrassing. second place overall! That's great, kiddo. We're celebrating properly tonight. That wasn't my best performance. If you hadn't been yelling like that, I would have gotten first place. I think I missed out on a lot while you were growing up. I should have been there cheering for you much earlier. I'm sorry. That night, I awkwardly knocked on Jess's door. Mom said you were the one who told her about my competition. I mean, I didn't think you'd put me above your own safety, so, thanks. So you and Mrs. Laura made up? Yeah, even though her stunts almost killed me from embarrassment. We ended up giggling together. Behind her gentle appearance, Jess was sharper and more insightful than most people our age. Mrs. Laura has always been the best agent, and the reason she finishes every mission so fast is because she wants to get home to you. I've always admired you for that. Unlike my family, it's kind of a mess. You can stay at my place, after Mom takes down the crime boss. I wish I could. That's when I finally understood why Mom protected Jess so fiercely. She deserved it. I want to help protect Jess. Whoa, what are you saying, sweetheart? But when she realized I was serious, Mom shut it down immediately. To prove my determination, I started showing off every chance I got, setting up advanced defense systems, demonstrating martial arts moves I'd secretly learned, even handing over evidence I'd dug up myself. We'd searched this area hundreds of times already. There's nothing there. But I'm pretty sure that's their hideout. Edna, you're not allowed to get involved. This is an order. We slipped into another Cold War. This time, Mom avoided me. No more trying to make peace. I don't get her at all. I just want to help. Maybe she doesn't want you anywhere near danger. Hey, Edna, want to play a game? Just to lighten the mood? Trick or treat? So I played along, even though my mind felt completely foggy. Mrs. Laura once mentioned your Disneyland promise. What day was it again? There had only ever been one Disneyland promise. I said the date instantly. That was years ago. Are you sure you remember it right? I wrote it huge on my calendar and counted every single day. When Mom couldn't go, I was devastated for a long time. There's no way I'm wrong. Suddenly, dizziness hit me like a wave. Everything went dark. Thank goodness you're okay. Where am I? We were captured by the boss. I'm sorry I dragged you into danger. We were inside an abandoned warehouse, tightly guarded by men who looked seriously dangerous. They stared at us with cold, hungry eyes. I trembled as the reality was far more brutal than I'd ever imagined.
Wonder what Agent L's daughter is worth, huh? You're pretty valuable.
Mom appeared from behind, strong and steady. She took down the surrounding thugs in seconds. It was the first time I'd seen her fight up close. She looked incredible. Move, now! She led us through every ambush, dodged traps effortlessly, sharp and precise. Why were you two captured? I told you to be careful. I don't know. Jess and I were just playing, and when she asked about our Disneyland date, ouch! That date is the password to my classified files. Why were you asking about it? A shrill sound suddenly rang out from Jess's necklace, revealing our location. Her face went calm and it sent chills down my spine. I'm an orphan. I was adopted by a kind benefactor. Not everyone gets to choose their family.
Good job, my daughter.
The gangster shoved us back into the holding cell. This time, it was just Mom and me. Security was tightened everywhere. No escape routes. Not even for an agent as good as her. At least, we're locked up together? Wasn't it you who used to get annoyed seeing me too much? I was pretending. Payback for all those broken promises. I wanted you to have a fuller life, so I chose to become an agent. But I guess that wasn't what you actually needed. Still, look at you. You did amazing on your own. Studied hard without me, tracked down their hideout perfectly, and even came up with some pretty impressive inventions. Wait, my inventions! I quietly released my so-called advanced defense system, a creepy clown mystery box that screamed at full volume and launched a giant net. While the thugs freaked out over the toy, Mom took them down one by one. She grabbed the keys and freed us. Our house was layered with heavy security, but Jess slipped through it effortlessly. In the end, she helped the crime boss get his hands on the classified files Mom had carefully hidden in her room.
Looks like I'm the final winner.
I wouldn't be so sure. Mom and I stepped out from behind them, followed by a wave of police officers and undercover agents. She led the operation that took down the biggest criminal organization in the city. Everyone involved got what they deserved, including Jess. I really liked staying at your place, warm and full of love. I'm sorry for betraying and lying to all of you. You'll always be welcome here. We shared one last meaningful look before Jess was taken away. In the end, Mom quit being an undercover agent and took a job as a local police officer. The pay was much lower and our life became a lot tighter. As long as we can afford a proper Christmas party, I'm good. And Disneyland, of course. I promise, no canceling this time. I looked around and spotted the last pastry on the plate. It had to be mine. But just as I was about to take a bite, someone yanked it right out of my hand. So I turned. It was the company director's spoiled daughter.
I grabbed it first! Give it back! Nope, my dad's throwing this party, so everything here is mine!
Neither of us would budge. Then my dad showed up and pulled my hand away from the pastry. That day, it wasn't the pastry that stung. It was losing that tiny bit of protection I thought I had. Hey, I'm Sarah. I live in California with my mom and dad. Everyone says Dad's kind and helpful, but behind our door, he's someone else, bossy and controlling. Everything at home, he decided it all, never asked Mom or me.
I'm the head of this house, so I get to decide everything. You two just listen to me.
Whenever Mom or I argued with someone else, Dad's first move was to always side with them and blame us, like his pride mattered more than we did. One day, I got the best news. I'd gotten into a top fashion design program in France. I held that letter so tight and ran home to tell Mom. Focus on studying, sweetie. Don't worry, we saved up for your college. Right then, Dad walked in looking all excited like he just hit a jackpot.
I just decided to open a company with a friend.
But that costs so much. Where'd you get the money?
Didn't we have savings? I used it all for this.
His words hit me like a thunderclap. That's for Sarah's college. What if this doesn't work?
What do you know? I make the calls here.
I couldn't take it. He threw away my dream like it was nothing. You never cared about Mom or me! Sarah and I are moving out.
Fine. I'd love to see how a housewife and a teen survive without me.
I'll earn my own tuition. I'll prove to you we're better off without you. Mom and I moved into a small apartment. With my talent for fashion, I told Mom we could open a boutique. It wasn't easy though. I was still lost when Mom laid out this detailed business plan from costs to customers. Mom, you really surprised me. I actually graduated top of my business class, but after marrying your dad, he told me to stay home. My degree just sat there since. Not anymore. Show what you've got, Mom. No one's putting you in the back again. It wasn't smooth sailing. First, finding a shop was tough. We searched the whole city, but every spot we liked was already booked. Then, no workshop would take our tiny order. Mom and I stepped out of the third workshop that day, tired out. Don't worry, Mom. We'll find another place.
So, this little dream of yours isn't working out, huh?
And right there, Dad showed up, grinning like he owned the world.
My investment's doing great. If you two regret it, just apologize, and I'll forgive you.
Never.
Stubborn fools, you'll regret this.
One day, while I was out hunting for another workshop, I heard someone yelling up ahead. Oh no, my coat! I saw this elegant lady standing there, but the back of her fancy coat had snagged on a nail sticking out of a bench. The tear looked pretty bad. She clearly needed help. I can help you! Just wait here a sec. I ran into a little store on the corner, grabbed scissors and a sewing kit. I trimmed the torn end, fixing up the fur collar, and even turning the leftover fabric into a cute belt to tie it all together. By the time I was done, her coat looked completely different and way cooler. This is even better than my old coat. Thank you so much. How can I repay you? Right then, an idea popped into my head. Oh, it's nothing, but you just gave me the best idea ever. I thanked her and ran straight home. I'd only wanted to help her out, but that tiny moment flipped my whole career around. Upcycling fashion? Yep, instead of selling new stuff, I'll take old clothes and redesign them from scratch. We won't even need a factory. We'll save so much. I grabbed some of my old clothes to use as samples. Mom put up posts on social media to spread the word. Pretty soon, we got our first few orders. Heck yeah! To grow faster, Mom suggested I pitch my idea at an investor program. At the venue, I ran straight into Dad. He was there too, pitching his company for funding.
Give it up, Sarah. You can't beat me.
I trust myself. Just then, the investor walked in. My jaw almost hit the floor. It was Lady Helen, the same one whose coat I'd fixed. Dad got up first to pitch.
I'm Thomas, founder of TechNest. We're new, but have huge potential. I hope you'll invest, Mrs. Helen. We can take this company to the next level.
He bragged about a bunch of numbers. Mrs. Helen looked pretty impressed, which honestly rattled me a bit. Then it was my turn. I brought out a crop top I'd made from an old shirt. I'm Sarah. My project gives old clothes a fresh life. I believe this brings new value to forgotten pieces and helps the planet.
Mr. Thomas's company is impressive and has strong potential. And Sarah, your idea is really good too. But you still need a clear plan and long-term vision.
My heart sank. Was this it for me?
But I admire your creativity and passion even more. I can see your drive. With someone to guide you, your project can go far. So, I'm investing in Sarah's project.
Jeez Louise, my heart felt like it could burst. Every bit of struggle suddenly felt worth it. Dad's face turned bright red. He didn't say a word, just stormed out. With Mrs. Helen backing us, Mom and I turned things around fast. My designs got promoted everywhere. More customers showed up every day, and I made way more than I dreamed. One day, Mrs. Helen invited Mom and me to a charity auction she was hosting. I didn't expect Dad to show up too, but there he was with some work buddy, representing his company. When the bidding started, every time Mom or I raised our paddle, Dad would raise his just to one-up us.
50,000!
70,000.
80,000!
100,000. Any higher bids? $100,000 once? $100,000 twice? Sold to Mr. Thomas.
He kept doing that for the rest of the auction, dropping a ton of cash just to show us up. But when he went up to collect his stuff, his work buddy ran over looking pale, whispering something in Dad's ear. Dad's face went ghost white. He almost fell over.
No way. How could this happen?
Then he bolted out of there. Something was definitely up. Mom and I hurried to Dad's company and found him outside, cornered by a bunch of debt collectors. Even with all the hurt he'd caused us, I couldn't just stand there and do nothing. I pulled out my phone, cranked up a police siren clip at max volume. The thugs freaked out.
Cops! Run, dudes!
They scattered faster than free pizza at a college party. Mom and I ran over, helped Dad up, and got him inside. Dad, what really happened?
I got scammed by the friend I trusted most. He ran off with all the company's money and left me stuck with a huge debt under my name.
Mom, maybe we should…
I know what you're thinking. Thomas, I can help you pay this off.
Dad looked at me and Mom stunned. Then he dropped his eyes, ashamed.
I don't deserve your help. I should have listened to you from the start.
What's done is done. I'm not gonna drag it up now. Right now, we fix this mess first.
No, I've been awful. The truth is, you know how you couldn't find a shop or a factory? That was me. I asked my buddies to block you. I just wanted you both to give up and come back.
Why would you do that?
Because I always felt small next to you. Smart, beautiful, strong. Controlling you made me feel less worthless. I'm sorry.
Honestly, the moment I saw Dad get cornered by debt collectors, all my anger just faded. But Mom, she needed more time.
I can't forgive you right now, but I won't leave you alone in this either.
Thank you. I swear, I'll change. I'll work and pay you back every penny. Hey, let me roast the chicken. You go sit down.
Please don't. Last time you nearly turned the whole bird into charcoal.
I heard them bickering like that as soon as I stepped in the door. Tomorrow, I'd fly to France for school. So tonight, I invited Dad over for a little farewell dinner. He changed so much. Now he put Mom and me first. Fun fact, he's still trying to win Mom back. She's not saying yes. Yet. Since I'm heading off tomorrow, Dad, make sure you come by every day and take care of Mom for me, okay?
Always, sweetheart.
I glanced over at Mom. She didn't say anything, just smiled. I knew that smile. That was a very good sign. A sharp chill crawled down my spine. My eyelids fluttered open, and I found myself sprawled across a hard floor. Overhead, sterile fluorescent lights buzzed faintly. Where am I? My eyes landed on a piece of paper sitting neatly on a desk. Termination letter? Huh? What did I even do? Beside it, a small plastic ID card caught my attention. Graduate researcher. Iris, 19 years old. Huh, cute girl. Wait, hold up. That's me. My name is Iris. And I just got fired? For what? I remember literally nothing. Before I could even begin to process the mess I just woke up to, I heard footsteps. Loud. Close. Getting closer. Panicked, I yanked open the window and made a run for it. I wandered through the crowded streets, hugging myself against the biting cold. But honestly, that was the least of my problems. No memories, no clue who I was, no idea where I belonged. Did I even have a home? Then, cutting through the chaos, a voice rang out. Iris! Hey! I whipped around. A girl about my age was full-on sprinting toward me. She seemed worried, I guessed. Before I could react, she threw herself at me, squeezing me so tight it felt like she was afraid I'd vanish. Oh my god, Iris! Where have you been? I've been looking everywhere for you! Hi? But who are you? She pulled back, blinking at me like I had just grown a second head. You're joking, right? It's me, Molly! Her relief melted into sheer panic when I just stood there shaking my head. As we walked, Molly scrolled through her phone, showing me photo after photo of us together. Dang, we actually looked super close. We finally stopped in front of a sleek, modern house.
This is your place, babe.
No way! I own this? Molly tapped in a code and bam, the door swung open. I just stood there shook.
Told ya, I know everything about you.
But when we stepped inside, she turned to me with a dead serious look. What's up? You scared me.
Iris, you seriously don't remember anything? Do you remember that you...
A sharp cry cut through the air. I stiffened. The sound came from the corner of the room. My eyes darted to the crib.
Shh, it's okay, sweetheart.
She scooped up a squirming baby, rocking him gently before turning to me.
Iris, this is your son.
My breath caught in my throat. My what? The baby drifted off again in Molly's arms. This can't be real. I don't remember having a kid. Molly's eyes shimmered, her lips pressing into a tight line. Carefully, she placed the baby in my arms. I stared at him. Tiny, peaceful, his cheeks soft and full. Something inside me shifted.
You were pregnant. Your boyfriend, well, ex-boyfriend, aka a whole walking red flag, ghosted the second he found out. You were so wrecked that your mind just shut down. I didn't think the trauma would make you forget everything.
I'll try to remember, I swear. Molly made me a cup of tea before heading out. She really was a solid friend. I had no idea how I'd survive this without her. From that day on, Molly became my lifeline. Every morning, she showed up at my door, all warm smiles and good vibes. She taught me everything. How to hold a baby, how to change diapers, even how to cook. The house always smelled like fresh food. And always a steaming cup of tea in the morning. She'd place it on the table with that same soft smile.
This will help clear your head.
One day, right after stepping out of the shower, I suddenly felt like someone was watching me. For the first time, I saw him. Some guy lurking behind a tree. Every now and then, he'd shuffle, swat at something, like a mosquito was attacking his butt. But his eyes never left my window. At first, I told myself I was being delulu. He may just be some random passerby. But after days of seeing him sneak around outside, I finally told Molly one evening. Her reaction was full-on panic.
We need to leave! ASAP! I'll figure something out!
Wait, why? Molly, just tell me what's going on.
It's Daniel, your ex! The walking red flag who cheated on you, left you, and now he's back to take your baby!
I turned to the dark street outside, my heart pounding. My ex wanted to take my child?
Iris, swear to me you won't let him near you, ever! Got it?
With a sharp breath, I nodded firmly. Being a mom was not a cute aesthetic. Some nights the baby wouldn't stop crying no matter what. Rocking, bouncing, pacing around the room, nothing worked. My arms felt like noodles, my head was pounding, and my hatred for Daniel, the trash ex, settled in my brain like a slow-acting poison. I fumbled with diapers, spilled formula everywhere, and even dozed off while feeding the baby. And every now and then my mind drifted to flashes of long, white hallways. The sound of footsteps, the crisp white coats. I had an ID badge clipped to me, blending in with them. A steaming cup of tea sat on a desk.
Iris! Hey! Oh, girl, you're a mess.
She had already put the baby to sleep before waking me up. Without skipping a beat, she handed me a fresh cup of hot tea.
I'll start coming over more. You look wiped out.
The next day, we decided to take the baby out for a walk. We were chatting away as we strolled down the street. Losing my memory made me feel like I had just moved to a new city. Everything felt unfamiliar. I slowed down in front of a clothing store. My eyes locked on a dress in the display window. I tried to picture myself wearing it. Then, I caught a glimpse of him across the street. Daniel. I barely had time to call out to Molly before he lunged forward.
Iris, wait!
I bolted into the nearest alley, weaving through stacks of cardboard boxes, almost face-planting into a trash can. My eyes darted to a sidewalk thrift stand, piles of old clothes stacked high. Without a second thought, I buried myself under the mess and stood still like a discount mannequin as Daniel walked past.
Rat!
Ah! No thoughts, just pure survival mode. I yeeted myself onto the nearest bus just as it was pulling away. As we drove off, I spotted Daniel standing frozen on the sidewalk. My body collapsed into the seat, my breath still shaky. He got way too close this time. That night, the baby spiked a high fever. I only had time to text Molly before rushing him to the hospital myself. As they took him into the room, I was left outside with a nurse. How old is he? My face burned with shame. I had no clue. What about his birth date? I don't remember. Are you really this baby's mother? I had an accident. I lost my memories.
Before I could explain further, Molly barreled down the hallway, nearly knocking me over as she wedged herself into the conversation. Where is he? Is he okay?
We need some information about the baby.
I know everything. Let me handle it. With that, she rushed off with the nurse, leaving me alone in the whitewashed hallway. She was worried about the baby. Too worried. Almost like she was the real mother. The next morning, I stopped by a bookstore near the hospital, hoping to find something to pass the time. As I traced my fingers along the book spines, a warm hand suddenly grabbed my wrist.
Iris, please, just hear me out.
Daniel, back off, or I start screaming.
Why are you running from me? I'm your boyfriend.
Boyfriend? You dipped the second you found out I was pregnant, and now you want to steal my kid? Daniel froze like he'd just seen an alien in Area 51. If he started begging for forgiveness now, I'd break his nose. But what he said next knocked the air out of my lungs.
Iris, you were never pregnant. What are you even talking about?
His words echoed in my head the whole way back from the hospital. Even though the baby was fine, I felt like I was unraveling. Drink up. Don't stress. I'll take care of everything. I stared at the steaming cup of tea she set on the table. Was she hiding something? That time, I hadn't drunk her tea. The first thing I did the next morning was send out a DNA test. I needed real answers. Later that day, Molly came over, busying herself in the kitchen. I crept closer, peeking inside just as she prepared my usual tea. But then, I saw it. She slipped something from her bag into the cup. I backed away before she noticed me. My stomach churned. I wasn't safe. When Molly handed me the tea, she smiled as I pretended to take a sip. The moment she left, I poured the entire cup into a potted plant by the window. Weeks passed since I stopped drinking the tea. The DNA results still hadn't come. I kept up appearances just like Molly did. Then, one night, I woke up in a sterile white lab. Molly was standing beside me, but she wasn't calm. She was terrified. I don't know what to do, Iris. I'm scared. Breathe. Just tell me. I'm pregnant. Oh my... Molly, it's okay. I'll do everything I can to help you. Anything? You promise? And then I woke up, and I knew it wasn't a dream. It was a memory. Molly and I worked at the same research institute. She got pregnant, and now I was paying for her secret. The second everything clicked, I saw red. I stormed into the baby's room, shoving the door open. Tell me the truth. The baby? He's not mine, is he? Iris, what are you talking about? Of course he's yours. You just forgot. I stopped drinking your tea, Molly, and I've never been clearer. Right at that moment, her face twisted. Fine! You want to know the truth? I had everything, Iris. A bright future at the lab, a career. So why drag me into it? Because I hated you! Your perfect little wife? Smart, beautiful, the ideal boyfriend? No, you didn't deserve it. I needed you to be the mother so I could be free. I trusted you, Molly, and you ruined everything! Get out of my house, now! But Molly yanked my arm and bolted for the door. She locked it from the outside. You're not ruining this! Molly! Her footsteps faded into the distance. Then bam! A loud crash outside.
Iris, I'm here. I'm getting you out.
I barely had time to react before the lock clicked open. Daniel. I threw myself into his arms. I had texted him before confronting Molly just in case. Thank God I did. Then the sirens came fast. Police escorted Molly away, her head down, refusing to look at me. The courtroom felt heavy. I stood before the court trying to lessen her sentence as much as I could. She's a dangerous friend, but she's the best mother I've ever known. Molly finally looked at me then, tears streaming down her face. I didn't hate her, but I knew I could never trust her again. Life slowly returned to normal after my memory loss. 5 years passed. Daniel and I sat on a park bench watching Devlin run across the grass, his name meaning bravery. A choice we made when we officially adopted him. Now he was ours, in every way that mattered. One morning, as I sipped my coffee, a letter arrived from the Research Institute.
That is a letter of recognition from the lab for your work on memory restoration research.
Things are getting better, aren't they?
They always will, as long as we have each other.